What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. You guys do see the title correctly. We are going to be reacting to the #1 article about Redbubble on Google. However, I wanted to go ahead and begin today's video by giving a shout out to two individuals who gave a support, I guess you could call it donation or a support thanks from YouTube. So first of all, to be clear, guys, on the YouTube videos, I don't know if you guys know this, but not too long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago or a few days ago, maybe not a few days ago, but definitely a couple of weeks ago, YouTube gave me the ability. Let me go ahead and refresh this page so I could show you guys. There's a button on the YouTube videos called Show Your Thanks or Show Support with Super Thanks. That's what it's called. It's this button right here. You guys can see it under the video, Show Support with Super Thanks. And, when I enabled this feature and, YouTube gave me this feature, I didn't think that, this was going to be one of the things that you guys actually use. I'm just going to keep it 100. And the reason why is because I feel like this channel is not that kind of channel. I definitely do see a lot of the dating advice type of channels get a lot of donations. I just thought, this channel is not that kind of channel. But yesterday, I made a video, and I made a video where I called it Success is a Choice. And I'm not going to go too deep into the video, but a viewer with the name Beyond the Sea, was basically saying like they're gonna give up, like they're just wrapping it up, and basically it was me talking for 24 minutes, giving you basically my opinion on why you shouldn't give up, and one of the experiences that I had was, and I know how you guys feel, is I was alone through this whole process. And I'm not talking about the Redbubble process. I'm talking about building my first business. And it doesn't matter if you're on Redbubble. It doesn't matter if you're on TeePublic. It doesn't matter if you're on Zazzle. It doesn't even matter if you're building your own first website or your first e-commerce store, or maybe you're starting a Kindle Direct publishing business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It's always going to be hard the first time. It's always going to be hard the very first time when you're walking into a journey of an unknown path. However, I'm here to support you guys, and I know how it feels to be alone. I know how it feels to, be insulted for chasing your dreams, to be, essentially put down by other people to chase your dreams. And I think that information resonated with people. I don't know what it was, but two individuals, and I have to give them a shout out because this is the first time this has ever happened to me in my whole entire life. I've never had this happen to me. An individual with the name of Bahar Ari Delenbach. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. She says thank you in Turkish language, and she gave a $2 CHF currency donation. So first of all, thank you. I'm beyond thankful that somebody would actually donate, and you would actually donate. Like I said, I've never experienced this before. A few hours after that, Beyond the Sea donated as well, saying thanks. And this video was created for Beyond the Sea. Her or his, I don't know if it's a male, female, I don't know who it is behind that screen, but $10 donation in the SGD currency. So shout out to you guys. And like I said, for everybody watching, everybody supporting, I'm really appreciative for all your guys' support. This is a bigger community. It's getting bigger and bigger every day. And, it's really not about the size, but it's about, the connection that we have. And this, I really just don't know what to say other than thank you. Really, honestly, guys, I never thought a day in my life where people would actually donate to the channel. I mean, that's just, beyond my imagination, and I'm beyond appreciative. And I just figured the least I could do is sit here and say thank you and acknowledge the people who actually donated and acknowledge everybody else who's commented, and I appreciate everybody's support. If you guys support where, you hit the like button or you comment or you even watch the videos, that's more than enough support. I appreciate every single person watching this, and let's get into today's video. All right, so we're going to be reacting to the #1 article on Google about how to make money on Redbubble. I feel like I've done very, very well on Redbubble thus far. We've crossed just last month in the beginning of last month. We've crossed over 34K cumulative on Redbubble. We've done very, very well on Redbubble. And like I said, my goal was to create a full-time passive income business on Redbubble by the time next year comes. And I've been working every single day on Redbubble, creating 60 designs a day since 2 months prior to 2022. And I've been learning a lot during the process. I've been working a lot. I've been grinding, guys, to put it lightly. There's not a day where I get here on camera where I haven't completed my 60 designs for the day. I do the Instagram promotion. I do the Instagram marketing. I do a lot. So at this point, I could say, from somebody who actually does it, I'm not playing around when it comes to Redbubble. I actually do it, and I could proudly say that I actually do it with real income experience. Let's go ahead and click on this article, and let's really see what the deal is, how to make money on Redbubble. So we're going to look through the article, and we're going to read it. So basically, the person is saying these are 12 ways to make money on Redbubble. What is Redbubble? It's a print-on-demand site, all that extra stuff. Can you really make money on Redbubble? The answer turns out yes. Okay, what is this? This is an ad. No, thank you. Okay, zero risk since you don't have to pay for inventory. All that's correct. It says, how much can you make on Redbubble? So let's just read this to begin with. All right, it says we provided a couple examples to give you an idea of how much you can make on Redbubble. For example, the Lehman Creative Group said, Lehman, who is Lehman? Let's go ahead and click on the Lehman Creative Group. How much money do I make on Redbubble? Redbubble, my lowest month on Redbubble was $126. My highest was $803. So whoever this person was, I just find it interesting that they put on their dashboard a picture that has nothing to do with Redbubble. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and continue. Lehman Group says that there's an artist margin on each sale that can range. All right, so here's the thing. We're reading this article from a perspective of somebody who is not a Redbubble seller, right? The fact that they link to other people, mentioning other people, they're not saying, I made this money. They're saying other people made this money. So here's the thing, right? They're saying the artist margin on each sale can range where 50 cents to sometimes around $20 on average. I wouldn't even say on average, guys. The average is really like $3 to $4 an order of profit. You know, it's really not that much if you're going on the 20% margin. And this is another thing that I said. And I'm going to include some tips here, guys. If your art is just like everybody else's, it's average quality, go for the 20%. A lot of people say, charge more for your products. It has to be logical. If you're going to charge more, your art has to command that. Your art has to be above average to be able to charge more. I'll tell you this, guys. Very rarely do I ever charge more than 20% profit margin for a specific product. So this is a wide range, from anywhere from 50 cents to $20 on average. I wouldn't agree. You can sell a sticker and you can only gain a quarter in profit, 25 cents. So 50 cents, not really. On $20 on average, definitely not on average. If you're going to make $20 on average of each product sold, I mean, that ranges. But if it's a number in between there, maybe. I would say $3, $4 profit on average. Like, if you take all the different products and you average them out, the products that made you 25 cents, the products that made you $15 profit, you can kind of compare. But anyways, some designers such as Alexandra Strambu have hit pay dirt with Redbubble. Pay dirt? I don't know what that is. Her popular design, Blue Ocean Waves, made a whopping $11,379. That's a pretty decent paycheck for some pretty wall art. So I want to be clear on this too, guys. Just because somebody made that much does not mean that you'll make that much. And you got to also ask and pay attention to when this design was posted, what the competition of the niche is, all these different factors. So just because somebody's making a little bit of money and somebody's making a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean you're going to fall into either category. It really just depends on what you put out. It's really what you make of it, guys, for Redbubble. So let's just go ahead and continue to read here. It says, number 1, promote your Redbubble store with social media marketing. I can't agree more with this. It says here 12 ways to maximize your earnings on Redbubble. So, guys, the reason why, and I'm not even going to read why this is because it's kind of obvious, but when you promote your art on social media, what you're doing is you're giving a boosting effect to your artwork. Okay, here's what I mean. On Redbubble, right? Let's just go ahead and let me open up an incognito tab and explain this. If I search, let's just search for cow. Let's search for a picture of a cow. All right. Okay, let's say, let's go to page, I don't know, what page you got? Let's go to page 8. Let's see what happens on page 8. Let's hit enter here. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's say this is my design. Actually, no, that's not a good example. Let's say this is my design here, all right? This is on page 8, maybe about a quarter of the way down, third of the way down, whatever. All right, let's say this is my design. Let's say I wanted to boost this design. Let's say I wanted to make money from this design. Well, if somebody searches for the word cow, and that's my main keyword, nobody is going to find this, right? We can agree on that. Who's going to come to page 8 looking for my design? The answer is little to nobody. So what do? The first thing that I want to do is I want to look at other places where I can rank high through my tags. We teach this in the Autopilot Passive Income Redbubble tagging course. For those who don't know, let's just go ahead and drop the link, autopilotpassiveincome.com, Redbubble tag course. There are many strategies. We have over 30 videos on the course. You could read the whole curriculum here. Shows you exactly what to do when it comes down to finding the right keywords to essentially rank on for Redbubble. All right? And that's premium content. That's not going to be free. We do have a free course. We do have a free Redbubble course. If you want to sign up, link will be in the description. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to have a good experience, a good base in tagging properly. Because you guys know, and I've said this, there are certain tags that are going to be much more valuable to you and provide much more income to you than the other. But let's just assume for the fact of this video that the only tag you're going to use is the keyword cow. Well, if that's going to be the keyword that you use, you have to understand that you're going to be on page 8, page 10, page 30, page whatever. You're not going to be seen. So what we use social media for is social media, right? We take the design, we go on Instagram, for example, and we use an Instagram bot to promote the product. When we use the Instagram bot to promote the product, we're driving traffic to the product. Now, we're not going to get all of a sudden ranked higher because we're driving traffic to it. No. Eventually, somebody's going to buy it, whether it be the 4th visitor, the 100th visitor, the 1,000th visitor. Doesn't matter what it is. Eventually, somebody's going to buy. But they bought not because they were on Redbubble and they're familiar with Redbubble, but because we drove them from an outside platform, let's say Instagram, to the product. They bought the product, whether it be a sticker, whether it be a t-shirt, whatever. Now, all of a sudden, we're not on page 6 anymore, page 8 anymore. We're on page 2. We're on page 3. We're on page 4. We've moved up the ranks. And this is exactly what I do with a lot of my artwork. I'll go in every single day using the Instagram bots, the new art I create, and I'll pick a design, pick 2 designs, 5 designs, whatever it is that I'm going to promote. When I promote those designs, I'm essentially boosting them in the ranking. Right? It would be wiser to boost a design that is either A, highly attractive, that you feel has the highest chance to succeed, or B, has the most competition for its specific niche. Now, with the competition thing, you can control the competition, like I said, because we have given you a step-by-step guide in the course on how to actually do that. So it's, competition is really not the issue. I know a lot of people say, what do I do? There's so much competition. Get the Redbubble tagging course, show you how to tag properly. You won't have to worry about competition. All right. Number 2, it says add tags to your Redbubble shop. So when I was reading this before, this is where I started to think that this article was definitely not written by an actual seller, a day-to-day seller, because anybody who knows anything about Redbubble, the first thing that you're going to realize is you can't add tags to your store. You can only add tags to your designs. If we could add tags to our store, then our stores would be more niche-based. And when I say ours, I mean the sellers on Redbubble, most people would be more essentially they'd be deeper in niches and categories. You guys could go on Redbubble, you know that's not the case. Majority of people on Redbubble are doing general stuff. They're posting random pictures of random products, which I totally do not recommend. I always say, guys, let's go ahead and make sure we stick to a certain niche. It increases our average order value, etc. So, with this, you don't add tags to your Redbubble store, you add tags to your products, okay? So that's, a little, iffy. But anyways, let's continue. Step number 3, find a niche for your designs. So here's the thing. At the end here, they recommend for example, find a niche such as pet lovers or Star Wars fans. Guys, don't You know how many people are going to read this and they're going to think it's okay to make art that somebody else owns the IP to? Do not do that. Don't create art, don't create work that somebody else owns the rights to. Why? Because they can simply get it taken down. You're going to be sitting there working for hours and hours and hours on designs that you actually care about, that somebody has the rights to. They're going to take it down and you're not going to make any money, so don't do that, okay? When it comes down to a niche, yes, look, can you make money with a general store on Redbubble? Absolutely. You absolutely can. But can you make more money with a niche store? Yes, you can make more money with a niche store. There are certain elements in time where people will come to my store, and since every single product is similar because they're in the same niche or in a similar niche, right? And when I say niche, guys, I'd really like to use the word category better, because niche, it's very it's not the best way to describe the situation. You want to have a certain category set up. And when I say category, what I'm really saying is, let's say you make a quotes type of thing. Well, there's different kinds of niches within quotes. You could have happy quotes, you could have motivational quotes, you could have whatever. So really, category is kind of better and the approach is better, right? The setup, the templates, the ideas. Anyways, but regardless, find a niche for your designs. That's a great piece of advice. But like I said, you can get away with making money very easily on Redbubble without sticking to a specific niche. That's kind of like an optional thing. All right, it says customize your Redbubble profile. So here's the thing, guys. If you want to make more money on Redbubble, this is not going to make or break you. I know a lot of people say it will, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. You got to understand that Redbubble, on average, will gain anywhere from 28 million to 35 million visitors a month on their website. A month. I'm not talking about a week, a day, a year. I'm talking a month. Where do you think the majority of the people coming to Redbubble from? They're not fans of the website, most of them. They're Google searchers. They're people who are searching for things on Google. Now, granted, may they be Redbubble fans in the future? Absolutely, because they maybe habitually buy from there. But in the beginning, they are not Redbubble fans. In the beginning, they are simply doing a Google search. They find the product and they find what they want to buy. This is why I spoke about in the tagging course, right? Where is it here? Did I open up the link? Yeah, in the tagging course, I've said this before, but 70 to 80% of my traffic comes from two places. Comes from the search engine of Redbubble and the search engine of Google. Why do you think that is? It's because there's a lot of people searching for things that find my products. And like I said, the course shows how to do that. That's why it's not just a tagging course, but it's an SEO course mixed with a tagging course, mixed with titling all together. All right. The next thing. Okay, so here it says customize your profile. So here's the thing: when people search for things on Google, right? Sometimes they're not familiar with the Redbubble website. Okay, I'm going to be clear. They're not familiar with it. It's not like their eyes are trained to it. So they see the product they like, they add it to the product, and they add it to the cart, and they check out. They're not snooping around. They're not clicking on the usernames of the individuals who created it. They're not checking out their profiles. It's very, very rare that happens on the first transaction. The keyword is transaction, not the first visit. There's a huge difference between the two. Okay? The first transaction. When there's a transaction of the individual, when they're ready to buy, there is less customer friction as possible. I've spoken about this before, but consumer friction means that when a consumer comes and visits your website, they're clicking around less. And as a website owner, if you guys ever decide to create your own website, you want less consumer friction. You want more scarcity. You want more incentivization. These are cognitive biases that human beings function off of. This is the way we have evolved as human beings. I'll give you a good example. Scarcity. If you live in a tribe, if you live in a village, and all of a sudden there's no more animals left to go hunting, there's scarcity now. People are worried now. People are worried about where they're going to get their food. They're freaking out now. And they're more incentivized to perform crime, right? For example, if in my village, I'm living with a few people, my family, and all of a sudden we have no food, right? Nobody has any food except for just one family in the village, and they have all the food. You never know. There might be some crime that starts to break out. People might start being incentivized to do something to sabotage those individuals to get access to their food. Things happen like this all the time, right? But these are things that are essentially within us as human beings. Incentivization, scarcity, all these different cognitive biases that make us think a certain way. Well, how does this relate to Redbubble? Well, the reality is when there's less consumer friction, more incentivization, more motivation, consumers more likely to purchase a product. So customizing your profile is not a contingency to make money. If you don't have a Redbubble profile picture, if you don't have a Redbubble profile that looks really nice and real clean, trust me, it's not going to affect your sales as much as you think. Because most of the time, consumers are not ordering multiple products. That's just most of the time. The times that they are ordering multiple products, there has to be a few things that fall into place. Your average order value is going to go up. From your profile being created not only nicely, but it's going to be all in the same niche. All right. Next thing, number 5, be on trend with Google Keyword Planner. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the issue with Google Keyword Planner. When you're relying on Google Keyword Planner, I don't want you to take the numbers that Google Keyword Planner provides and you believe that this is a fact. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say you create a SpongeBob piece of art. And I know SpongeBob is trademarked. I know you shouldn't do it, but let's just say you did, okay? There's no guarantee that your design is going to hit rank number 1 on Google, because why would it? Think about this logically. You know how many other links go up for the keyword SpongeBob, right? Like if I just use the word SpongeBob, if somebody searches SpongeBob, maybe they're looking for the episodes, maybe they're looking for the TV show, maybe they're looking for a t-shirt, maybe they're looking for a notebook, maybe they're looking for a piece of art, an image, whatever it is. Google Keyword Planner, I want you guys to use it as a representation of an idea. I don't want you to use the numbers number for number, okay? Basically what I mean by that is, for example, let's say you're thinking about 2 different keywords to title your product. The one with the more searches, it might be the one that you want to go with, but the one with the less competition might be the one you want to go with. You gotta see which one's good, which one's bad, but you gotta understand as well that the keyword that you use for your title will affect it, but you're going to choose your keyword based on the numbers, but there's no guarantee that those numbers are going to come to you because there's other people searching for certain things. I'll give you an example. Somebody searches for SpongeBob SquarePants shorts, okay? Let's just say Redbubble sold shorts. Let's just say, for example. Let's say that's the link that you have. They can click on your link, or they might not click on your link. And just because Google Keyword Planner says there's 400 searches a month does not necessarily mean you're going to get 400 people clicking on your thing every single month. That's just not the case. It could be, maybe 1/3 of that, 1/10 of that, 17% of that, whatever. Okay? So be on trend with Google Planner. Take that with a grain of salt. Okay, create trending designs. I can't explain to you guys how much creating trending designs is not the wave. You want to make money, you want to get rich on Redbubble, you do not create trending designs. In fact, guys, you know what? This data, this information, create trending designs, the best time this would have worked is, let's say back in 2017, 2018, when not that many people were on Redbubble, and it was getting a significant amount of search traffic. That was the best time. Why? Because there's less competition. When there's a trending design, 99% of the time, you are not going to be the first to hit the market on that trending design. There's going to be other people that are going to see it. There's going to be other people that know about it. And there's other people that are going to design for it. And you are going to literally, and I'm not joking around when I say this, you're going to get raped. Because what happens is, even if you're the first or the second or the third person creating a design, somebody's going to look, they're going to find your design, they're going to copy your tags word for word. Then what's going to happen is they're going to rank above you or next to you. And then they're going to make hundreds of the same design that you have. And then you're going to be essentially 1 out of 50. You know what? It's better, guys, to just find something that's evergreen, something that has a longer chance of selling that people are going to search for. On top of that, guys, when something is trending, what is the definition of a trend? It means a spike in traffic. By definition, the traffic is going to go downhill. It's not going to stay spiked. So what does that mean? That means nobody's going to care about it a week, a month down the road. So what do you have to do as an expert seller? You don't sell in the trend. You look for other things that, at least this is my opinion. Some people might argue with me about this, and that's fine. Argument is perfectly fine. It's just, I found what works better for me is not selling in the trend and selling in evergreen related content. Like, for example, that keyword cow, right? Let's go back to the Redbubble. If we take the keyword red Angus cow, we take that word, red Angus cow, there's going to be people more searching for it more, down the road gradually, a year down the line, a week down the line, than some sort of like trend that's going to die off very quickly, okay? And you have the chance to make more money over a longer period of time than a shorter period of time, all right? Basically, think of it this way. If somebody came up to you and said, hey, there's a marketplace, we can sell your t-shirt on the marketplace, we can either give you a week or a year, what would you rather have? You would rather have your t-shirt for sale for a year, not for a week. That's basically how trends work. Trends, all the traffic comes in at a very short period of time. But for something that's evergreen, something that sells over a long period of time, you get an influx of traffic throughout years and years and years. A t-shirt that you made 3-4 years ago can make you a sale today. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Sell t-shirts people will want to buy. So I think they meant to say designs here, but like I said, this is probably not a first-time seller because on Redbubble, you can sell more than just t-shirts. It says the secret to selling tees on Redbubble or anywhere is to create designs that people actually want to buy. So I can't agree more with this. Let's be 100% honest. Maybe 80% of the designs on Redbubble, nobody wants to buy them most of the time. That's why the tops stay at the top for a very long time, right? If we go to Redbubble and we search the best selling for the word cow, let's go over here, or let's type in the word tiger again. Let's go ahead and do that. We use the word tiger, right? And we've done this example before. For those who watch the channel consistently, you know what I'm talking about. You go over here to best selling. This stuff that's best selling, we come here, like, let's say a month down the line. I bet you the stuff that's best selling, with the exception of this piece, because I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this before. But with everything that's been selling, like the top, let's say 10 or the top 20 or 30 are going to look pretty similar a month, a week, 2 months, 5 months down the line. The reason why that is because people genuinely want to buy those pieces of art and they have proof of concept. Most of the time, people are selling art that simply people have no interest in buying because it's just simply unattractive. I've spoken about this in the design course. For those who don't know, the Redbubble design course on autopilotpassiveincome.com, POD design course, something that I said was your art doesn't have to be above average, but it needs to be average or better. The reason why I say that is because if it's below average, then you're going to have a problem. Majority of the pieces of art on Redbubble are simply pieces of art that people do not want to buy, they have no interest in buying, and they're just simply not going to invest in. All right. Number 8, upload a different design every month. So this is what I, to every bone in my body disagree with. You don't want to upload a design every month. You want to upload a design every day. You want to upload multiple designs every day. One design a month. Think about this. Is one piece of art a month, which is 12 a year. If you do 12 a year, guys, you are never going to make money. I mean, you might as well, I don't even know. You'll make more money begging on a street corner in one day than you'll make a year on Redbubble if you upload one design a month, okay? One design a month, I could tell whoever wrote this article probably is not a balanced seller. And guys, this is where people are getting their advice. This was the #1 article on Google about how to make money on Redbubble. The #1 article. And it's saying advice like upload a different design every month. You want to upload multiple designs. You don't want to upload one design. You don't want to upload 2 designs. You want to upload hundreds if you can. The more, the better. Point blank, period. Okay? And a lot of people say, they give me this excuse. They say, I like to take my time on my designs and all this, and I like to upload one design a week or one design a month because it's better quality. Well, the more you design, the faster you're going to get, the better quality you're going to get over time. It all takes time, but you got to invest yourself. And I believe wholeheartedly that the people that say that are just making excuses to not put in the work. Let's just be 100% honest. So I'm not with that. Upload a design every month. You got to upload more than that. I mean, if you really want to make money and you don't want to play games, you want to really make money, it's going to take more than one design. We can all agree on that. It says take advantage of promos. All right, so let's see what it says here. Redbubble is known for offering sales and promotions. For instance, they might offer blah, blah, blah. Might offer 50% off painting. During that time, you can mark up yours. See, this is not the wave either, okay? The problem is that 99% of the people will not do this. By the way, this is very time consuming. So basically what they're saying here is that when Redbubble offers a sale, a discount code, so let's just go over here and go to Redbubble. Let's see what they're offering. Find the art pride all month, all year long. Okay, so guys, from time to time, Redbubble will have sales. I've never seen 50% off. I've only seen discount codes appear for like 10%, 15%, whatever it is, okay? I've never seen 50% off. But let's just say this. If there's a sale, you do not want to mark up your products because 99% of the consumers will not mark it up. You'll make more money spending the time to do the designing and create new designs as opposed to marking up your products. That's crazy. You sit there and mark up your product. You know how many products I have? I have over, 15,000 products on Redbubble across all my stores. By the end of this month, for sure, it'll be over 15,000. But let's just play it safe. Let's say I have 13,700. If I sat there and marking up, forget about it. I make no money. This is terrible advice. With all due respect to whoever wrote this, take advantage of promos. You do not want to do this. 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 People buy because they like the product, not because of the price. You got to understand that with Redbubble, it's basically, I don't want to say for rich people, it's people with extra money. Let's be honest. Let's say you buy a t-shirt. You could buy a t-shirt at Target, Walmart, whatever, for $4 or $5, okay? Amazon, you could buy a pack of t-shirts. Each t-shirt comes down to $5, $6, whatever. That's a budget option. If you got extra money, you might go to Redbubble and buy a t-shirt for $30. But that t-shirt that you buy, that's because you got the extra money. People are not coming to Redbubble looking for discounts. I mean, if there's a discount, that would be great. They're going to use it, but it's not going to be the prime mover. It's not going to be the reason why they buy your product. They're not going to base it based on the price. They're looking at the design. The design is much more important than the price. Look at it this way. There's two t-shirts. One is ugly and one is very attractive. The very attractive one, let's say, is $30, and the one that's ugly is $28. Which one are you going with? You're going with the one that costs more because it's more attractive and it's only $2 more. No matter how much you decrease in price on Redbubble, you're not going to be able to decrease enough to where it actually moves the needle. I'm sorry to say, it's just the truth. So this is not a good piece of advice. Let's go ahead and continue. 10. Use an optimal file format. So here we go with this again. 300 DPI, all these statistics, CMYK color. Guys, when you look at the screen, does it look good? Yes or no? Don't stress yourself out over 300 DPI, 600 DPI, 50 DPI. Just look at the piece of art. Is it pixelated? Yes or no? If it's not pixelated, you're good to go. If it's not transparent background, fix it. It's just basic common sense stuff. The CMYK, the other type of color situations, don't worry about all that, okay? If it looks good on the computer screen, just sell the product, all right? If it doesn't look good, make sure you do the fixes so it looks good. Point blank, period. I've never stressed myself out over this kind of stuff, the CMYK, the 300 DPI. I just made sure that it looked good. Point blank, period. That's it. All right, number 11, give yourself enough time to grow. I can't agree more with this, okay? A lot of people are quitting too early. A lot of people are giving up too fast. Majority of people would be very, very successful on Redbubble had they just kept going. In fact, majority of stores on Redbubble, 80% have never made $1. But guess what? Get this, guys. Over 80% of stores on Redbubble also have less than 30 designs published. So you're telling me that if 80% of the stores have less than 30 designs published and 80% of the stores haven't made any money, do you guys see the connection? It means that you have to create more work. You have to create more designs. And that takes months and months and months of work, especially for a beginner. Let's face it, the beginner is not going to come out like a bat out of hell. doing 60 to 90 designs, let's say every 2-3 days. They're not going to do that. They're going to do 1 design a month, 2 designs a month, and they're going to see what happens, right? So at the end of the day, intensity, power, and moving forward is the most important thing with this kind of business. Number 12, control your profit margin. Here it says, one of the great things about selling products on Redbubble is you get to control the profit margin. The platform has a base retail price for all its products, and the majority of creatives, they're typically set the profit around 20% base cost. However, the designs grow more popular, you can mark up the price to increase your Redbubble sales. So here's the thing, okay? Do I agree with this? Partially, yes. If your design gets more popular, you absolutely could increase the profit margin. But here's the thing. And I know price is not a huge differentiator, and I'm going to speak from experience here. When you start to get up into the higher rankings, and I'll give you an example, there are a few products on Redbubble where I rank for products that have over 300,000 results on them. So let me just show you guys what I mean. When you search for the word cow, for example, right? See how it has 203,000 results? I rank for multiple designs that have over 300,000 results on them. So they're decently, I guess you could say, stacked. Like, the competition is decent. For me personally, between me and you, even though I know price doesn't make a huge difference, I would not want to risk it. If I finally get to the top for a very competitive niche, right? Why would I risk it? Why would I try to walk away with an extra 5% of profit, 10% of profit, just so I can, think that I'm gaining more money? You know what could end up happening? In a day or two, I can get less sales than the competition, and then I could get deranked. I could go to the middle of the page, the bottom of the page, etc. And with that many results, we're talking over 300,000 results, guys. I mean, I'm making more than 5 sales a day off of that, right? Now, granted, every niche is different. I mean, I don't know how many people are buying stuff with the word cow, like a cow, but I'm just giving you guys an example. So for me, most of the time, once I set the profit margin for a product, I will never go back and change it. Ever, 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 ever. Rarely ever will that ever happen. So I just figured I'd say that. And honestly, guys, don't get greedy. I'm gonna keep it real. Don't get greedy. If you think that an extra 5% is gonna change your life, it's not. It's not. You know what's gonna change your life? You go sit there, put your butt in that chair, and work for an extra 2-3 hours creating more designs. That's gonna change something. But an extra 5-10%. It's not going to do anything for you. I'm just going to keep it real. But also, I would stick to the idea, guys, of the profit margin thing. If your designs are clearly above average quality in the market niche, why not charge more? But I just never would go back and change that profit margin. That's just my point. So these were the 12 tips. What do you guys think of the 12 tips? Honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But for a number 1 article, I would expect something a little more intricate, honestly, on Google. So you guys let me know, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. By the way, guys, free Redbubble course in the link in the description. Sign up for the free course. If you're a beginner, this is a beginner's course, by the way. You go to the course. Let me actually whip it out. Let me go over here. Let's go on YouTube. Okay, and let me just show you guys how to get there. So, autopilot passive income. Autopilot passive income. Okay, check this out, guys. If you click on any of the videos, the newer videos, not the older ones, there's going to be a link that says free Redbubble course. You click on the link. Okay, it's going to take you to this page. Once you're here, you click sign up now. You type in your information. The cost is $0.00. The payment information, once you get there, it's not going to ask you for anything, okay? It's just going to say you're good to go. Don't worry. It's not going to ask you for a credit card. It's not going to, there's no membership. There's no payment. There's no nothing. It's $0.00. You will have to put an email address. You will have to put in a password. The reason why is because you want to log in later. But regardless, once you sign up, it's going to take you to the big page, the really, really long page where the course is at. You're going to have written content. You're going to have video content that we've already posted on this YouTube channel. You're going to have videos that you haven't seen on this YouTube channel. You need to go watch the whole course if you're a beginner. If you're not a beginner, if you're making money, then God bless, you don't need it. But I'm telling you that all beginners should use this course because you need a place to know where to start, okay? It's a free course. I'll leave the link in the description. Go ahead and sign up right now, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.